This problem solving is on the topic of momentum. Let us have a short review of what is momentum. Linear momentum is called mass in motion. In equation form, it is given by the product of mass and velocity. And based from this equation, you can see that the direction of the momentum is the same as the direction of the velocity. Here, m is the mass in kilogram and v is the velocity in meter per second. Again, its direction is the same as the direction of the velocity, and the unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second. In this animated GIF, you can see how momentum varies with velocity. The faster the moving object, the object will have more momentum. Next is we have the impulse momentum theorem. The theorem states that the impulse acting on a system is equal to the change in momentum of the system. Impulse J is equal to the change in momentum, delta P, of the system, and that is equal to the net force times the elapsed time. So here, impulse is equal to the change in momentum, and that is equal to final momentum minus the initial momentum. And you can see in this equation here that impulse J has the same direction as the change in momentum and also the net force acting on the system. Now also from the equation, you can see that impulse will have the same unit as momentum, and that is equal to kilogram meter per second. And again, the direction of impulse is the same as the direction of the net force and the same as the direction of the change in momentum. The crash test, a car of mass 1.5 times 10 to the 3 kilogram collides with a wall and rebounds as in the figure. The initial and final velocities of the car are negative 15 meters per second. It's negative because it's moving to the left. And the final velocity is positive 2.6 meters per second. It's positive because it is going to the right. If the collision lasts for 0.15 seconds, find the impulse delivered to the car due to the collision and find the magnitude and direction of the average force exerted on the car. Again, we use the impulse momentum theorem given by this equation here, wherein the change in momentum is equal to the impulse and equal to the net force times the elapsed time or the contact time. Given the mass of the car, which is 1.5 times 10 to the 3 kilograms, and the initial velocity of the car, we can solve for the initial momentum of the car. So the initial momentum will be equal to the mass times the initial velocity. Hence, the initial momentum is negative 2.25 times 10 to the 4th kilogram meter per second. Similarly, we can get the final momentum of the car after it collided to the wall. It's given by mass times the final velocity, and the final velocity is positive 2.6 meters per second. Hence, the final momentum is 0.39 times 10 to the 4th kilogram meter per second. Since we know the final and the initial momentum, we can now get the impulse delivered to the car due to the collision. So the impulse is equal to the final momentum, which is 0.39 times 10 to the 4th kilogram meter per second, minus the initial momentum. The initial momentum is negative 2.25 times 10 to the 4th kilogram meter per second. It's negative again because the car is moving to the left, and by convention, we take the direction going to the left as negative and the direction going to the right as positive. Hence, the impulse is 2.64 times 10 to the 4th kilogram meter per second. Now, since we know the impulse and using the impulse momentum theorem and its relationship to the net force, we can calculate the net force or the average force exerted on the car. So the average force exerted on the car is equal to the change in momentum over the elapsed time, or equal to the impulse over the elapsed time. Hence, the net force acting on the car, or the average force exerted on the car, is 1.76 times 10 to the 5th newtons. And the direction will be to the right because it's positive. Thank you for watching Fairy Physics Teacher. If you think this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe.